Hello, my name is Kassi Rinas, and I'm a crop production advisor for Nutrient Ag Solutions out of Westlock, which is in the Northern Alberta division. Here at Nutrient, as a crop production advisor, I help to give advice to farmers throughout the entire cropping season. We help with problem solving in the fields, and then we help them provide solutions with the inputs we provide, including chemical, fertilizer, and also seed. Canola and corn are the most popular that I deal with. Problem solving, when I say that, I mean that we do assess pest damage, pests including weeds, insects, and diseases. We use an economic threshold chart. So what that means is we assess the damage and we determine whether or not it makes economic and environmental sense to go ahead with a management practice. In a lot of the cases, the management practice might do more harm than good. So it's really important to follow those thresholds to make sure what we're doing is meaningful and is needed. We try to take an integrated approach whenever we're controlling a pest. So that includes like a cultural control, where you would just, till your field, or you would do something else, a different practice in the field to make it less favorable. We also use chemicals when we have to, of course, and biologically too. In a lot of cases, we can use a natural enemy or something like that in the field to help control the pest and keep it in check. So also as a crop production advisor, there is a sales component. So with that, the farmer and I make a crop plan through the year, and I help guide his buying decision by making those plans. So for example, we pick out the kind of seed we want to make sure that it's going to be resistant to clubroot, blackleg, any problems he has in the field. We also pick his chemicals out, and I book that for him, and his fertilizer. So we make all these plans together, and I go ahead and book it as the salesman. And I help guide him in that decision. What's going to be the best on his farm, best option on his farm to make him the best return. That's the idea with it. So I sell what I work with all day. So I grew up on a farm, a cattle and grain farm here in Westlock, and I became passionate for agriculture right from the beginning. My dad always involved me in the farm a lot. And he answered my million stupid, silly questions, and I kind of was brought up in the industry. That being said, I graduated high school and I got accepted to U of A for a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, majoring in crop science. I did some job shadowing for retails in the location while I was in high school. I did job shadowing. Then I did some interviews and I got my first ever summer job right here at this location. I was a Nutrient crop scout for 2 full seasons. So they kept me on and I got to know the customer base here and really got a feel for what this job is all about. So I did that as a crop scout. And then I got hired on to Bear as a sales summer associate. So Bear is like a big chem company. So I got to see the sales side of things. So my first summer, I was all about the agronomy and being in the field and crop scouting. And the following year was all sales and learning how to talk to customers and customer relations and servicing our products. So I learned all about that. And then I got my degree. I graduated and they hired me on here as full-time crop production advisor. I was still in my degree when I started my job. So right out of university, I started, and I'm on my second year here. This job is it's a real assortment of things. In high school, I never thought those skills would be that important, but they definitely are in this job. So there's math, unfortunately, there's a little bit of math, even though that's not my strong suit. But I would say the main skill you would need is chemistry and biology, and your communication skills is huge in this job. All day, every day, I am on the phone with farmers, making plans. You have to be comfortable with conversing with people like this and also talking in public as well, right? Because we do a lot of crop tours and info sessions and things like that where I have to speak a lot with farmers. So I say like communication skills, interpersonal skills, and then yeah, I guess you have to be pretty fluent in your chem and your biology, as we deal with a lot of chemicals and a lot of plants, plant physiology, and soil health too. So I guess it's an assortment of things. My advice would definitely be to job shadow and to try the job out, even if it's a 4-month thing. If it's a 4-month summer placement, that's better. That's like a preview of real life, right? Always give yourself those experiences to try it all. Take that mini internship, even if it's a week long, try everything out and see what you like. And I'm sure one day you'll find your passion, but start early and take every opportunity to learn. Things are constantly changing and evolving, and we're coming into a time where like technology is such a big thing, and we're trying to be more environmentally friendly as well, right? So sustainability is a hot topic, and I'm going to see a lot of changes in agriculture over my career. I think a lot. I already am. We went from plows and horses to these fancy combines that have fridges in them. Things have changed so much. My favorite part of my job. Well, I love my job. My favorite part of my job is when my farmer ends up being successful after a long year of planning. We start when the last crop's getting taken off. I'm sitting in the combine with him, and we're already making plans for next year. Watching that farmer harvest the grain that you were a part of making through the whole season, watching it each day grow, it's pretty cool. Awesome job if you like being involved in your community, because farming community, there doesn't get better than that. Everybody is such nice people, and they're always very compassionate. And that saying, mighty neighborly, well, it's a real thing. It's pretty cool seeing everybody all the time in your community.